Alright, welcome to the video. I am going to do some stuff today. Probably just farm some stuff, you know, the usual. Just let me set this up here. It doesn't take forever. Okay. Come on. Just here. Okay. So got that. I think I'm good. Yeah. Okay, let me just reconfigure this. Actually, I had it. Alright, chess piece we're gonna put on. What's this got on it? Mad Bomber? I mean, I could have some fun with that. Explosive delivery, I could have some fun with that too. Tamper proof. Alright. Alright. Gotta switch these weapons up. Here we go. I want to try something here. I don't think I'm going to like this, but we'll try it anyways. I really don't think I'm going to like this, but we'll give it a whirl. We got 3 blue screens. Oh my god. This is still the best one. Let me go try this. love this bleed. Just look at that bleed. That bleed is so nasty. Let me try this. Oh, damn. Oops, I want to just see something here for a minute. 161. It's not bad. This is kind of funny, actually. Alright, I gotta go test this out on something real. Oops. Where am I going to test this out? Let me try it here.
We need you to secure a skyscraper. This may take a while. Hope you cleared your schedule.
Totally. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Ooh, I think we've made it to the club, I think, actually. And they turned the red lights on for us, too. I don't see any poles, but you never know, they could be there somewhere. I mean, they did leave Rudolph, right? He's still kind of hanging out there. Let's test this out. This is going to be fun. I just need to switch this to the regular. Nice. Thank you. That bleed's fatal. He's gonna die. How am I not hitting that guy?
Serious trauma.
It's not bad. It's interesting because it takes down the, it does help take down the robots, but, I mean, you can take the robots down differently too, so. Ouch. The bleed's still nice though, it's 15.86, 15.8 seconds. So that's why I say it's, even on yellows, it does pretty good actually. But the reason, somebody made a comment about the blue screen. I mean, it does work okay, but unfortunately, I think, I mean, I could do this because this is pretty crazy too. Or I could use this. And this would actually give me a third bleed. So you're fresh, so you need to play the game from the very beginning. Ouch. Tell you, I went to the allergist the other day, and they poked me with all these different things, and I'm telling you, God, my arm is still itchy. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. You pretty much have to grind right from the get-go. But I would...
Assault drones detected.
Uh-oh.
Rogue striker drone detected.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This guy right here will take out the drones. Nice. Well, welcome to the division, too. Not bad. I thought there was going to be more drones than that, but that'll work. 3 bleeds. I'm sorry, but that's just the best way to run this. Pestilence. Pestilence ongoing directive rolled into a yellow. I've got my status effects maxed out on all these pieces. And I'm just running explosive delivery to have some fun. I don't really want to use this, but whatever. And I got the vial mask. It's pimped out as well. So I have like maximum status effects on these. Everything's maxed right out. So, yeah. Trauma. The reason why this is better. The reason why, in the bleed sense of things, this is better than Eclipse, because A, this backpack really increases the duration of your bleed. I can show you my bleed real quick. You already know. 15.8 seconds. I've been really liking this build actually since I built it up. But I prefer this way. I prefer the Pestilence because the Pestilence gives me, like, the Vial Mask activates, bleed, ordinary bleed activates, and then if I'm using the Pestilence and it, you know what I mean, like that's a third bleed right there, boom. Things are going to bleed fast and hard. Because I also get 100% bleed damage. And when you use the Pestilence, you get 100 rounds of bleed. So you get 100 hollow point rounds.
Situation nearby.
He's got 3 bleeds going on. Guy's bleeding to death down there. He's dead too. We'll shut that drone operator up if we can, but no. Okay, there's 3 bleeds on him. He's not even gonna make it. It's still a bleed in my opinion, because it still even if it is explosive, it's still a bleed in my opinion. I think everybody got the gist of what I meant by that. It still acts like a bleed. It might not be bleed. I'm not saying it's a bleed as in bleed, but it certainly acts like one. They're actually debuffs. So actually, I'm not incorrect, actually. Thanks for shopping at Walmart.
Incoming backup request.
Watch it, grenade!
Oh, that's not good. Gotta bring him down. Shite. I think that's healing him. Hey, whoa.
Medical assistance needed.
Oh, wow, okay.
Agent vital
I
signs
forgot that
0.
doesn't disable his backpack. I thought it did. It's the Demolisher. Oops. It just brings him, it just breaks his thing.
Rogue agent
Not a big deal.
detected.
Okay, so, hold on a second. Hits apply a debuff, dealing 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds. There's that key word right there, debuff. As I just call it a bleed because it pretty much acts like a bleed. But I had to stop and look at this because it doesn't say anywhere it's explosive anywhere. It does say debuff though. So, when I hit somebody with this pestilence, it's a debuff. Plus a bleed, plus another debuff. So that's 2 debuffs right there and a bleed. Do they act like a bleed because they're still taking things away? Yes, they do. Yes, it is. Yes and no. The first one, I liked the first one too. They did switch some of the stuff up. There's a lot of stuff to do in this game. I still go back and play the Division 1 though. I just don't go in the DZ because it's very toxic there. I guess as a whole this one would technically be better because it's got more stuff to do. And it's more updated. Okay, so let me see something for a minute. Explosive seeker mine. There's another keyword, explosive. What does it do when it explodes? Doesn't it make you bleed? Yes, it does. Huh. Funny how that does that. I gotta get this demolisher off.
Agent in my sights!
Sniper turret detected. Rogue artillery turret detected.
Oh no, we don't.
Vital signs critical.
Not getting in that friggin'. Not getting artillery to death by these idiots. Oh, you little
Immediate
bitch, he's
medical
gonna kill me.
assistance needed.
Motherfucker.
Agent killed. Target lost.
Doesn't matter, I still like the build. Still works great. Most retards won't rush. But anyways. Okay, I'm not here to do a pissing contest. I'm just simply saying that I treat it as a bleed, whether it's explosive, fire, piss, whatever. To me, it acts like a bleed because it really does. It might not actually be a bleed, but it acts like one. That's all I'm saying. Pardon me if I miss. It ticks just like a bleed, so I call it a bleed.
Accessing server. Field terminals detected nearby.
Sorry, I'm a little edgy today because people have been pissing me off all day. So, I'm a little edgy. Not on here. This is like separately. It wasn't on here that this happened. It was outside of this. It was a friend of mine's. A friend of mine died last year, and I was trying to get some information from his sister, and she was being a dick. And it was kind of pissing me off because I was like, seriously? I'm just asking you a question.
Serious trauma.
Okay, I did heal. Okay, good. Now, if I used my other build, which is my hardwired build, these guys wouldn't have seen the light of day. They would have been just destroyed so quick. I mean, I could use Eclipse, but I prefer this one better because it, like I said, the bleed is like 15.8 seconds. It's pretty long. I can get it higher with the Memento backpack, but it doesn't stay consistently the same. It actually changes. That's the only thing I don't like about the Memento backpack, is when you put it on, you have to be consistent with those trophies, because if you're not... What's my favorite hybrid build? Sometimes I like to hybrid striker. Hey, buddy. I... Where was it? Sometimes I hybrid striker because I want the weapon handling and the rate of fire. And I usually use a spotter. I try to use a spotter build with it. The perfect spotter. Sorry, let me say that right. See, everybody's into Heartbreaker, right? Heartbreaker's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but I mean, there's other builds out there that can definitely beat it. I still think Striker can beat Heartbreaker. Like if you were to do a gear set to gear set face off, I still think Striker would come out on top. Well, I knew they were gonna do that though. I knew they were gonna. Basically it is Striker in my opinion. It's just Striker with armor. Like you can get armor off with your stacks, right? So I've never really played around with Future Initiative. It looks decent. Oh no, he's spamming me.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Oh no.
Agent killed.
I run a DPS, 4 striker, 2 negotiator. Hits hard. 2 negotiators. That's the only pet peeve that I have right now is when I went to jump away from that explosion. Or sorry, when the explosion caught me and I went to jump away for the second shot. It kind of, I don't know how to explain this. When you get hit by the explosion, it feels like when you try to jump away from the explosion, it feels like it's sucking you into the second one, if that makes sense. I don't know, maybe it's just the controller, I don't know. But it feels like it's sucking you into the explosion. And there's no escape. 4 striker, that's interesting. The only thing I would say about that is I see why you're running the 2 negotiators, but the only problem I see with that is depends on what you're using too. What 4 pieces of striker are you using? But it doesn't matter, right? Because you're still going to be using 2 negotiators. So technically, you could possibly be wasting a talent. Right? That's the only problem with that. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. See, I was thinking, I've thought about that a long time ago, trying to do something to that effect, and then I realized that, I'm losing talents, though. That's the problem. I mean, I don't doubt that it doesn't. It hits hard, but that's what I said. The only thing is, though, is you're missing. Unless, of course, you're running striker and you're using the chest piece or the backpack, then you're only missing 1, and that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I know. That's the problem. You're running the chest and the backpack for striker, so you would be using 2 talents. But dude, still, in the end, it wouldn't matter because there's probably pieces that you could probably benefit more from, depending on where your openings are for the negotiators. And I'm gonna guess that your negotiators is probably right here and here, right? Which is, if he's using the backpack and you said 4 piece, right? 4 striker, 2 negotiators. So 1, 2, and then wherever your other 2. I'm assuming you probably went 1, 2, 3, 4. Strikers this whole L, or 7, and then I bet you're probably using negotiators there, right? If he's said he's using 4 pieces of striker, he's going to get the talent there and there. Because he said he's running the backpack and chest piece, so he'll get both talents. But again, if these are the 2 spots that are taken up by negotiators, then yeah, but still, yeah, no, I don't doubt it. Have you ever tried like, I don't have any negotiators. Yes, I do have some on me. 20% crit hit damage, 15% chance. Yeah. I mean, it gives you... Wait. No, it's only 2-piece. You're only getting 15% credit chance. Oh, my dude. You should try running the, these guys right here. Yeah, put the contractors on. If you're worried about armor, you can always roll these into armor. Right? I have a pair somewhere. I think it's in my thing where I've got the same thing here, but I rolled this into armor instead of weapon, so that I could have some armor. I also have a fully armored striker as well, who can still dish out good damage and have lots of armor. But my favorite striker to use is actually skill build one, the yellow. Oh yeah, the striker with that is pretty crazy actually. I have a set in my stash, 4-piece striker that's yellow. I run it with the capacitor. It hits very hard. And not only that, but I can use my skills as well and do some pretty good damage as well, right? Because it's a yellow striker. So you're going to get your skill tiers as well on top of the damage you're going to do. So you're getting the best of both worlds. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So yeah, that's the way I run striker. I run striker, like I said, I run striker as the skill tier with the capacitor, and then I have my skills so I can damage them 2 different ways. And believe it or not, striker, because the capacitor, like, you got to remember the capacitor gives you weapon damage, right? Every tier of skill that you're running, it gives you weapon damage. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna. This is funny because, yeah, exactly. That's what I've been doing. But when I run my striker as a yellow, my chest piece is actually explosive delivery. Because then when I throw my secret at somebody, it goes bang bang. There's 2 explosions. And I also use the hive, right? So if I throw the hive, the same thing happens. Bang, and then the hive's already going, but then the explosion happens. See, they don't see that either, right? They don't see that. When you throw your skills at them, they don't see this initial explosion. They don't see that radius. Only you see that. That's the sneaky part about this is they don't. And let me show you something. I don't know if I'm still running it. Yes. Let me show you another little thing that's funny. I'm running explosive delivery right now. This guy right here is hilarious when you throw it at somebody because they don't realize it at all. They don't expect it, and you throw your little decoy at them. Like, here you go, guy. See my decoy?
Hostage.
Oh, he blows up too. I call that the that's my explosive decoy. And yes, if they're hiding behind, like if they hide behind this, for example, and the decoy lands like right here, it will still get them through cover, right? Watch. I'll drop it right here. I'll show you what I mean. If they're hiding behind here, oh, I didn't do that right. If they're hiding behind there, it'll get them. It'll get them through that cover, right? There's no hiding from this. It's almost the same effect, like you know how the oxidizer gets people through cover? This is the same idea, sort of. It just doesn't keep going like the other one does. But that circle goes all the way around cover, right? So they think they're safe. But they don't expect it either because they see this and they're like, oh, well, you know, oh, it's just a decoy. Boom, it blows up in their face. And they don't even realize it. And the reason why I use explosive delivery, it says damage scales with skill tier, dealing 25 to 100% damage of a concussion grenade. I don't care if the hostage is dead. Fuck him. So we go down here. So that's what my concussion grenade is worth. I'm running 6 tiers, 6 skill tiers, so I am going to get 100% damage. So that is going to be the damage that that explosion does right there. Roughly 1.6 million. Plus,
Hostage is dead.
oh yeah, I've also got the other two, right? So, uh-oh. Oh. Oh, you know why they went after the hostage? Because I blew up the things? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's 2 explosions, right? And actually, if I throw this one does 2.6. But you got to keep in mind that I also have expertise on there, so it does extra damage on top of that. So, right, but there's nothing there, so it doesn't blow up twice. But, let me go back there. I'll show you what I normally run with this. I either use Striker or I use this other one I have. Like I said, when you throw those things at people, they don't see that. They don't see that circle. Like, you know how, like, somebody fires the mortar turret at you and you see the red circle so you know what's coming at you? You don't get to see it with this one, right? It's really sneaky. They don't realize it until they're dead. I used to demolish people in conflict with this build. Not this one, but the one I'm going to put on. This is the one I normally run. I don't use the vial mask for this one. And then I just throw a piece of wyvern on here with skill damage, and then yeah. All my stuff's put away, so I'm gonna have to pull it back in and get my stuff again. The way when I run it this way, it's really dirty because I mean I can keep doing it, right? Oh, there was too much going on. Imagine this coming at you. Now, when I run it this way, like I run it this way, or I get this single explosion. I have 2 ways I can run this particular one. I also do it with this one as well, which I think is glass cannon. That took like almost all our shit away. I much prefer to do it the other way though, because that does more damage. It does. The glass cannon way does more damage. Because my glass cannon that I have is on a China light piece, right? So this is more fun. Yeah, I can't even count on two hands how many people I've killed with this. I can't throw it through there? That's interesting. Considering there's a direct line there. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so actually it's over 4 million. It's over 4 million when I do that. If I throw my secret mine at somebody using this build in conflict or the dark zone, it's pretty much instant death. See, I don't care if they bleed. The bleed, I could care less. I'm going for raw damage. I don't give a shit if they bleed. So if somebody runs a hazard build, this is what makes me laugh, by the way. So when there's a lot of people out there that don't realize this too. And this is what makes me, there is some people that actually know how this works, but for the most part, most of them don't, right? Okay, so when you run hazard protection, as you see, I'm not going to count this one because it's not hazard protection. Explosive resistance is not hazard protection because, as you see, it comes from my watch. If I go to bleed, it tells me it's coming from hazard. Coming from hazard. Pulse does not come from hazard either. These two right here are the ones that it doesn't matter though because you get 50%, right? But a lot of people, when they put full hazard builds on, they forget about explosive resistance. It's not a part of it, but they think it is. And then they die and they get toxic. And they go, well, that's what I mean. Like, there's very few people that will, that actually run resistance, explosive resistance, because they think when they run a hazard build, they're like, oh, he can't make me bleed. Well, I don't care if you bleed. Check my build out, it's all skill damage. Plus, I have explosive damage. Now, because I'm not running glass cannon, because if I run glass cannon, I have to run this way. But since I'm not running glass cannon, I can get away with doing this. If I run glass cannon, though, I have to stay with technician or it fucks up my damage. But if I'm not running glass cannon, I'm running explosive delivery, I can run demolitionist. Which actually will help out my damage. For some reason, when I put a China light piece on with glass cannon, I've got to go. I have to use technician. Otherwise, it screws my damage up. I was testing this the other day. It was a lot of damage I was losing, actually. It's almost like they conflict with each other. So I just threw demolitionist on now. This should make it better. Oh yeah. Jesus. They're bleeding to death, they're dead. Yep. Bye-bye. That's instant death. If you land that on somebody, that's the thing though. You got to get used to using this stuff. Like you got to get used to throwing your seekers at somebody. A lot of people don't know how to do that, right? And then they get frustrated and say, "Well, it's impossible to do that." It's not actually. If you can get good at predicting where people's movements are going to be, you will kill them all the time. No problem. It's all a matter of paying attention to the way they move around. You can everybody has a pattern. You just have to look for it. But you know, most people in the DZ, they're running like DPS builds. They're probably, as a matter of fact, I haven't been in the DZ in a while, but I'm willing to bet that they're probably running Heartbreaker. It's probably going rampant with Heartbreaker. I remember when True Patriot was insanely good. It was like every other person was wearing it. So if you went into the dark zone, it's like, okay, I better put my True Patriot Pestilence build on, because if I don't, I'm going to get murdered. That was the unfortunate part. But then it got nerfed, and when they nerfed True Patriot, they did a pretty good nerf. It's unfortunate that kind of stuff happens. I mean, it did need to be tamed down a little bit. I don't think they had to go like to that extreme, but they did. Now, here's the other problem too. You go into Countdown, and I feel like they've hardwired build, like a hardwired gear set in particular seems like it's like super watered down when you go into Countdown. Like the damage I'm doing here on these on Legendary and stuff, it doesn't happen in Countdown. I do half the damage in Countdown. It's like it nerfs it in half. It's like an auto nerf the minute you go into Countdown. You're like, oh, my hardwired build that does like 4 million damage only does like 1.7 or 1.6. And if it's against a hunter, it's like 500,000. Oh yeah, severely nerfed. And I understand why, because, I mean, look what I could do. Like, I could probably go through rooms pretty quick with this if I put the multis on. Because remember, if I put the multi-secret mines on, obviously if I'm PvP and I'm not going to use the multis, I'm going to use the single one, right? Because the multis don't work properly. If I'm in PvE, though, I will use the multis because they do work. And explosive delivery works on those as well. Now, when you throw... let me show you. It's actually pretty funny what happens when you use the multis instead. I've got 4% extra damage on those ones, too. That's the funny part. When you use the multis, you get the same effect as a single, but it's just... it's hilarious when you throw in a group of people. Imagine these guys, imagine that's 4 rogues, and you throw this right in between them. Dead. It killed most of the targets. There was like 7 or 8 targets there. There's only 2 left. There's only 2 left. Oh, they're dead. And my multis are doing 3 million each with explosive delivery. If I put a glass cannon on, they do like 3.8 to 5 million each. That just killed almost everything except for one that time. Depends on where you throw it and it lands, right? And this also does the same thing. Like, that's explosive fun at its finest, right? And let me tell you, that's instant death. You don't want to be in that circle. You don't want to be in that circle. Oh, if you're in the circle yourself, it won't hurt you. If you're wondering that. If you're in the red circle, you will. But if that gray one that happens when you initially throw it, if you're inside that circle, it won't hurt you. It's like, that's one good thing about that. However, if you're in the second circle, which is the red one, which would be from your actual secret mine explosion, you're probably going to die. Because when your skills detonate on you, uh, that's a bad thing. I'm sure people have experienced that problem. You know, like when you're fighting somebody with a secret mine and they run at you like this, and they run up to you like this, and you don't react quick enough, and the secret mine that was following them comes after you, like comes near you and blows up, yeah, you both die. Unfortunately, your secret mine will blow you up. And I've done it to people myself, actually, using the True Patriot build. I ran at them and made this, like the secret mine was chasing me, and I jumped past them, and when it blew up, it missed me, but it killed him. And it was his secret mine. I jumped at the right time, out of the radius, and it blew up and killed him. I kind of laughed. And but unlike those other people, I didn't, I had my area chat on, and I didn't say, hey, I wasn't toxic about it at all. I could hear him bitching at me though. I didn't say anything. I turn my area when I go into the dark zone, my area chat's off because there's just so many toxic people in there. Not everybody, but there's a lot. You get a group of 4 people in there and you'll see what I mean. Let's just say if you get on at the wrong time, I should say, then you might run into those guys. There's quite often, actually. Almost every time I go in there, if I have my area chat on, which I usually don't, but if I do, I can hear them all the time. No, not at me. I can hear them, like, shit talking each other. Or smack talk. But it's not like friendly smack talk. We're talking like a-hole style shit talking.
Hey, good looking.
Hmm. Pentagon. Oh no, hold on. Hold on. Sent a video clip. Who just sent me a video clip? It's a hockey game video clip. That's funny, actually. Now, who's in there? Usually, I start a party, and I join it before I do this. And the reason why I do that is Countdown is also toxic sometimes. You'll get that one guy that's telling everybody what to do, and the minute nobody does what he wants them to do, boom, he's being a douchebag. So I don't want to hear that, because I don't have time for that drama. I don't start shit, I finish it. You know what I mean?
Another agent is now in your group.
An old geezer. Nice. I wonder what he considers
Another
old.
agent has joined your group.
Yeah, I remember the first time I did a countdown match, and there was a guy in our group that was like bitching at everybody. And this is the first time I was playing it, right? This is the first time I played Count, not this time, but at the time I'm talking about, when it first came out. The first game I played a Countdown, and this guy's being toxic, and I'm like, wow, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna make a party so I don't have to hear this idiot. Oh my god, it's hard to find one person. There we go. Hopefully he doesn't go red.
Another agent is now in your group.
Some people, when they're on PS4, they're not quite loaded in, so they gotta load in, and when you start it, sometimes it kicks them back. And they don't get in. Countdown, Operation Countdown, Operation, come on. What I want in the future is them to speed this part up a little bit. I mean, I'm on PS5, I've got to wait for everybody else, right? I can't just load in. I wish I could, but I'd still be waiting, no matter what.
Cleaners have infiltrated the power plant. They triggered a lockdown.
I don't know if
Rather not
anybody's
have
ever
their
played
secure
Days Gone,
objectives anywhere near a nuclear reactor.
but when I used to play it on PS4. It took a while to load.
We
Like,
need
I
to
could
remove the
literally do a lot of
safeguards and
stuff and it
restart
would
the
still be
reactor.
loading. And that was the biggest surprise on this system when I first got it. That's the first game I played because I wanted to see.
Reactor unstable.
And I was actually
Emergency lockdown
shocked because I
protocols
started doing
activated.
things and I was like,
15
oh,
minutes lockdown.
I'm already in the game. Oh, okay.
Communication relay offline.
Normally that takes forever.
Please proceed to your nearest exit. Lockdown safety protocols initiated.
Somebody's right on my tail. No, no.
System malfunctioning.
Okay, I'll leave this hunter alone. I'll let these guys deal with him. That's the funny part. You want some hunter? Let's go get some hunter. He's ready. He's shooting away. Look at him.
System back online.
That did 365,000 damage to him. That's all it did to him. Like, that, he's so elite. Somebody's using shock trap. Nice. It's always nice when you get a backpack and a chest piece. I'll take it all. Yeah, I've got future initiative targeted right now, so we'll see. Okay, let's get some objectives done here, guys.
System breach initiated.
$10 till detonation. Let's go. Come on. Up, 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 up. Don't go that way, that's the wrong way. This is the right way, but I mean the other guy. Try to go the other way. Oh, you're trying to set me on fire, you motherfucker.
Halted. Incoming. High risk hostile.
Oh.
Area secure.
Agent, you should be able to access the reactor.
Is this open or no? Locked, okay. Let's make sure nothing dropped real quick. Yeah. Didn't really drop much here. I just got that.
10 minutes to lockdown. Evacuate the facility.
Lockdown safety protocols in effect. Proceed to your nearest exit.
No.
Agent, you've reached the reactor. I need you to get it back online. Now that you're in, we need to decrypt the safety protocols. Protect the engineer.
Mm-hmm. If we get in there, it might already be done before we even get in there.
Warning, reactor unstable. Initiating lockdown procedures.
Good work decrypting the protocols.
Mm-hmm.
You need to remove those controls to get the reactor back
Oh,
online.
we
Nice.
get some leg.
Almost done. I need you to destroy whatever the hell that thing is called. You'll need to run the sequence twice.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
Great work, Agent. Now you just need to restart the reactor and keep any hostiles from knocking it offline or killing you. No pressure.
Rogue Rider Firefly detected.
Nice. That's why I like
Good
explosive
work,
delivery.
Agent. You saved the plant. Move to extraction point. When you're ready, send up a flare so Torres can pick you up.
If I was able to pull out a knife, I'd probably run faster than these guys. Don't you know that? Everybody runs faster with a knife. I'm kidding. Well, maybe they do. I don't. I doubt it. Anybody that ever watched FPS Doug would know exactly what I'm talking about, but it's probably too old for most people. And probably nobody watched that show, which was called Pure Ponage. It was one of Jeremy's friends, if you ever watched the show. They did a little video of him one time, and he went out, he was playing Counter-Strike, and this guy never died, right? And he got a lag, and somebody headshotted him and killed him. Oh shit. And he just went ballistic. Can you
Agent,
not
stay
try to kill me?
Hunters incoming.
Vital signs critical. System reactivated.
Where am I getting hit
Agent
from,
is
by the way?
disconnected. System malfunctioning.
Okay, well, hurry up. Hurry up.
System restored. Rogue Firefly detected. Rogue Defender drone detected. System curtailed.
Shoot off a flare when you're ready for Torres to bring you home.
Nice. And here comes another one.
Helo inbound to your location. Hold tight.
We wouldn't have made it, so we had to shoot it up anyways. Would have still did the same thing.
Ready for extraction.
Just in time.
You saved the plant. That was impressive.
An agent has left your group.
It was fun. Let's see how much I got now. I definitely got enough backpacks and chest pieces.
Safe area detected.
Now the thing I like about this gear set, the future initiative,
Agent requesting backup.
nice. The backpack really brings that to heels. Okay. I'm gonna try something, that's why I'm doing that. Chest piece. Oh, what's that? What's this? What's this? What's this? I wanna try something. Okay, and then, let me see. Oh, I put everything away though. Okay. Income repairs and I need to go see my knee pads. Hmm. Okay. Get rid of that. And what can I do here? Let me see. Yeah, I'll just put my Emperor's Guard on for that. Whatever. I want to see something.
Feels good to actually be doing something. Doing better than I thought.
Now, what is the... When you repair an ally, you and all allies within 5 meters of you are also repaired for 60% of that amount. But because I'm running the backpack, that gets increased to 120%, so it gets doubled, basically. Let me see something else. There's another thing I wanted to see, actually. Actually, what's this? 77,000. So you know what? And then do this. Okay, unfortunately I only have damage mods there. I don't know if you can get a healing mod there, but I got the healing, 15% healing, so now it does 80. So it does more, actually. Now, I need to use a skill that I can put out as a stationary skill. Like, I'm gonna have to use an aggressive one, I think. So I'll put like that out. No. No, I need something that's gonna last, actually. So let's put this guy out. I need to go get this thing. I just want to see what happens.
We need you to secure a skyscraper. This may take a while. Hope you cleared your schedule.
Yeah, I gotta test this out. Because, in theory, if you read this, it says that when you repair an ally, which you actually technically are considered an ally, so when you can heal yourself. I'm assuming if you try to heal yourself, it's going to be 120%. I guarantee you. Because when you use companion, you're considered an ally, right? So it's always proccing. And you don't have to take it out, is what I mean. There's another skill that, or another talent that I use as well, that says if you use it on your allies, it helps you out. But galvanized, yeah, galvanized. supposed to only help out your allies, but you're considered an ally too, so it also buffs you. It also gives you bonus armor. So I need to test this.
Nearby hostage situation detected.
We need to destroy it!
Get off me, you idiot! You got me boxed in, you dumbass! Interesting. Golden gear. We got lots of that. Okay, now let's see what happens when we do. What's the chem launcher? What's its healing like right now? The best heal in the game is right here. It's right here. Look at that repair, 690,000. And that's nothing. You can get it much higher than that. I'll use the high for now, I guess. I want to try a double heal. See how that works.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
No,
Agent killed.
no, not quite. But it's pretty strong though. It was. It boosted me up to full. But the problem is the shotgunners can hit so hard that yeah, the one heal is just not strong enough. So I'm gonna switch it up, and I'm gonna try it this way. This heal is strong enough for that.
EMP jammer detected nearby.
Oh no, he's still too strong. Wow. That's 690,000 per touch. That's crazy. That means the NPC is doing like, I didn't even see the numbers. Probably quite a few million. I like testing. I like testing these things out, so I'm not really being serious. I'm just testing these out to see which one's more efficient. I know this is pretty decent. This one you have to be careful if you're moving, because if you move too much, then it's not going to help you out. Okay, so I don't think I brought it with me, did I? Yes, I did, actually. So those assholes that like to rush, this is what I like using on them. Somebody's got a heal station down, great. Where'd that shotgunner go? Oh, this asshole's got heals. Nice.
Serious trauma detected.
Don't get dead yet!
That saved my life, actually. I'm not even gonna lie. That thing brought me back up to full armor like so quick. I'm gonna stand here for a minute. Let's see if I can withstand his hits without the... Yep, I can. I put the second heal down, it's gonna be even crazier. Are you done yet, or what? Now I'll put the second heal down to make it even crazier. He can't even breathe. Oh, I could go have, I could go have something to eat right now, and I'd still be alive when I came back. Is it my turn yet? Look at that heal, that was crazy! Are you gonna hurt me yet, or what? Now that's when you know you have good heals. I guess I should destroy that, shouldn't I?
Where did that come from?
And that's, yeah. Increase the ground control damage bonus from 15% to 25%. So that'd be good in a group. If not, then use something else, right? As it stands, if I was to switch anything up, I'd probably take away that, even though it's really good, and replace it with something else. Anyways, I just wanted to test that out. That's pretty fun, actually. Pretty fun, actually. Good heals, that's for sure. Very good heals. Better than some of the heals I've had. Like, I've had,
Entering safe area.
ouch. I've had, like, for example, I've had this drone right here have like 90,000 healing, and the healing that I just got off of this gear set is like 10 times better than if my heal was at 90,000 with something else. So, now that we have access to the chest piece and the backpack without doing the raid, it's great. Well, we've had it since this came out, right? Because that's how I finished my project, right? Because I needed to get another backpack future initiative, so I waited until they put the backpack and chest piece into the loot pool. Went and farmed it. I think first thing I killed dropped a backpack, so I was like, cool. Took it back, put it in there. Now I just have to do the raid, and I can get the Regulus. Which seems to be a problem right now because it's hard to get 8 people together to do a raid. I'm sure if I looked through through Reddit and stuff, though, I bet you I could find groups that are doing it. I wonder wonder if that's the best way to go with this, though. Let's see. Let's see if it is. %, increased outgoing healing. Oh my god. So I think survivalist probably is the best way to go with this. Just by looking at like this right here. It'd be good for a group play. My heals would be probably better for in a group. I mean they're good for myself as well, but the question I had is I wanted to get into something where they would attack my skills so I could see if like my thing would heal them. So I think you need to attack here. So I just want to see if it will, or if it does. I'm sure it does. Oh. Let's see. So instead of healing me, I need you to be a drone. A stationary drone.
Hostile control point nearby.
So I can find out whether it does that. I'm sure it does. He's starting to heal it. Not spectacularly, but he's healing. I just want to see if there's another skill that will do it as well. Oh yeah, he's on fire. Yeah. Oh yeah, it heals it. Nice. It's about to die though, so. Hey buddy. I'm just testing. Oh shit. Just testing something out here. Uh-oh.
Vital signs critical. Command backup request.
I like. Okay, I'm gonna switch my skill here for a second. Something I wanted to try it.
control point secured. Well done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right there. So that was good. Okay, so I want to expand from the here because I really like that heal. That heal was pretty crazy. Even using this drone, like even using this drone here, it's still good. But what am I running? It's this. That's why. It's this that needs to go. So I'm gonna just go back here, and I'm gonna have to put another piece on, or I switch to technician. Not a big deal. Let me see what my thing is before I switch over. So my heals are what? 254,000. That's what it says. And then this one says 77,000. Should get a little bit of a boost actually before I switch this. 254,000. 77,000. 84,000. Yeah, it went up. That's now at 279,000. That's at 84,000 from 77. So yeah, that makes a difference too. Makes me wonder. Let me just see how that works again. Oh, don't want to know that. Let me see what time it is here. 141. Alright. Ouch. Now, I'm going away for a week, but I will be on. I will be on as provided that like I said, provided the signal is good. If it's not, then it probably will be though, because we're both on different networks, so one of us is bound to have a good connection. So we both have 5G, so it'll work. So one little trick that I learned, and this is funny. This is gonna make you laugh. So when I went last time, what I did is I took a lightning, because I have an iPhone, so I put lightning to USB, plugged it into the laptop, turned my hotspot on, and it was just like really funny because it was just like connecting my Ethernet cable to my PlayStation. Except I was in an area that was really crappy, but yet I was still able to boost my signal up somehow by doing it that way. Alright guys, I'm going to go to bed. But thank you for watching, and as always, as I always say, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Bell's the most important thing too, because then you don't miss another video again. Alright guys, tomorrow. I should be on tomorrow night.